Welcome to hour number 3 of the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program on such great radio stations as iHeartRadio, our good friends over at TuneIn, Stitcher, Radio Loyalty, and of course the Starcom Radio Network. 20 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. Thanks for tuning into the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program from the KJAG Radio Studios in downtown Hutchinson, Kansas. We are live as live can get Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 Central, 3 to 6 Eastern, 12 to 3 Pacific, and 1 p.m. Mountain Standard, 24/7 at JiggyJaguar.com on the TuneIn apps and Radio Loyalty. Our podcast is available at JiggyJaguar.info. Check that out today. It's JiggyJaguar.info. And the Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Stitcher.com. That's right. You can hear the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program on the go with Stitcher Smart Radio. Stitcher is a free news and talk mobile app available for your smartphone. And when you download Stitcher to hear the Jiggy Jaguar radio show, you have a chance to win some money. Download is quick and easy. Just find Stitcher in the App Store. Download it. It's free. It just takes a few seconds. Then during registration, hit the promo code box and enter JIGGYJAGUAR to get automatically entered to win $100. Latest episode of the show will be waiting for you in your favorites. You'll get access to lots of other amazing shows as well. Always available to you on demand, no syncing. It's Stitcher Smart Radio. And don't forget to enter that promo code JIGGYJAGUAR when you register. It is Music Monday, and on Music Monday we have a fantastic musical artist. We are going to go to the telephones here in just a second and chat with Sarantos. And Sarantos, welcome to the program. How are you, sir? Now, you are a fantastic musical artist. Tell us a little bit about how you got started doing the music thing, man, because you've been doing this music thing for a heck of a long time. Tell me about it, my friend.
It's something that I really don't want to ever stop doing, to be honest with you. I'm trying to release a new song and music video every single month, and I want to do it till the day I die. So it's something that is really resonating with the fans, and it's growing each month, and I'm really happy to continue doing it.
We've got Sarantos with us today here on the big broadcast. He joins us coast to coast and border to border on the Starcom Radio Network, which is 20 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. Sarantos is available on all the various internet sites. We're going to be playing some of his music as we go on this big broadcast today. You've got a YouTube channel. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing over there on YouTube.
I'm really trying to release a bunch of videos for the fans, and it started originally with just a music video, and then it kind of snowballed from there. So some of the fans requested no subtitles in the videos, so that got its own category. And then recently I started this month also doing lyric videos. So I try to always release something for the fans, and it ends up that I'm releasing about 3-4 videos every single month. Also releasing a whiteboard video, so it's a great way for the fans to kind of see a little bit of the creativity behind the songs. Most of the music videos have a pretty cool story to them, too.
Sarantos with us today here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program. He comes to us live as live can get, talking about his music, and it is, of course, Music Monday. We're going to be playing some of his music here in a few moments. Now, where do you get your inspiration from, my friend? What's some of your inspirations?
It seems like it can be almost anywhere. Sometimes I'll be at the grocery store, sometimes I'll be at the gym, sometimes just driving, stopped at a red light, and a thought pops into my head, or I see someone walking, whether they look like they're having a miserable day or a great day, and it just kind of pops into my head. So I really don't feel like I have a shortage of inspirational ideas. The question, of course, is always trying to limit them. You can write a couple thousand songs, but the key is to try not to fall in love with something that really isn't very well written. So I think the key is always trying to tweak your work, trying to justify which one is worth recording and doing something with, and that's probably the biggest challenge I have.
Sarantos with us today here on the fantastic Music Mondays, our Music Monday feature. We're going to play Close Your Eyes here in a few moments. Tell me about this great track.
Close Your Eyes is the title track for the second studio album, and it is coming out actually in 2 days, so you're getting it ahead of everybody else. What I tried to do is I really wanted to do a new age song, even though that's not my particular genre. It's more soft rock and pop. And I wanted to kind of have a calm but inspirational, relaxing song that I thought it would be perfect for helping people relax, helping ease their mind, body, and soul. And what I really tried to do when I thought about making the song is I thought of what would people be hearing if they ever died as they went up to heaven. And that was kind of the original inspiration for the melody as well as the lyrics, and that's what I tried to do.
Sarantos with us today here on the world-famous Cheeky Jaguar radio program on iHeartRadio. Right now, it's Close Your Eyes. We're going to play that track. We're going to take a quick time out, and then we'll come back with Sarantos here on Music Monday. Sarantos with us today here on the world-famous Cheeky Jaguar show here on Music Monday. We're going to take a quick time out here. When we come back, we'll chat a little bit more with Sarantos. We'll play a little bit more of his music, and we'll get a little bit behind the scenes of the music-making process here on Music Monday here on the world-famous Cheeky Jaguar show. Back here in a few moments. Welcome back to the world-famous Cheeky Jaguar radio program, coast to coast and border to border on the Starcom radio network. 20-plus AM FM stations across the country, around the world. We are live as live can get, Monday through Friday, 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard. And, of course, CheekyJaguar.com is the place to be for all of your information. If you came in late or want to hear more of Sarantos' music, check out JiggyJaguar.com. Now, Sarantos is back with us here on the program, and Sarantos, how did you come up with the name Sarantos? I love that name, and it is if you look at it, you think you pronounce it 5 to 6 different ways. But tell me a little bit about how you came up with Sarantos.
When I initially tried to find a stage name, I looked everywhere and I really thought long and hard, but it seemed like almost every stage name that was cool was taken. And being of Hellenic American or Greek descent, Sarantos is actually the Greek way you say my name, Sam. So the more I thought about it, I looked on iTunes, I looked on Google. No one really had that name pertaining to anything with music, and it was a clean name. So the more I thought about it, it kind of grew on me, and I figured, you know what, why not? It sounds cool. Like you said, it could be said a couple different ways. It's actually gotten pretty cool feedback, I have to say.
Sarantos with us today here on the big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border. You're doing a lot of things with social media, Facebook, Twitter. I was amazed looking at your Facebook following. You have quite the following, and they're very active over on Facebook. Tell me a little bit about social media and how you're using that to market your brand and market the music of Sarantos.
The basic premise is when you're an indie artist, you do not have a big label supporting you and throwing a huge marketing budget at you. So I've tried to allocate the few dollars that I have into things that are more reasonable. And the first thing that I thought of is it doesn't really make sense for me to have an ad agency or marketing agency. I want to interact directly with the fans myself. So if they post something on Facebook or make a comment on my YouTube video, I want them to know that it's me responding back. And it kind of snowballed from there, where I decided that I was going to put the time and effort into the social media, respond myself. I got a little bit of a following, and it just kind of grew from there. And I think the other thing that I've really tried to do is I've tried not to be fake. If people see me on the street, they're going to get the same Sarantos that they get on my Facebook and Twitter and YouTube page and videos. There's really no sense. If I do an interview like this, I don't have to prep for it. I don't have to pretend I'm someone that I'm not. It's exactly who I am, and they're not going to be surprised if they ever meet me.
We've got Sarantos with us today here on the world-famous Cheeky Jaguar radio program. It's Music Monday, and on our Music Monday feature, we always bring you different kinds of music, different kinds of musical artists out there in the indie music scene or in the national music scene. Sarantos with us today here on the program. Tell me a little bit about Nothing to Hide. We're going to play that here in a few moments.
Nothing to Hide was the second track off the original CD. And it's a cool soft rock song about someone who feels he has nothing to hide, and his significant other repeatedly accuses him of cheating on her. But if you get a chance to watch the video, the cool twist at the end is there's no female, there's no significant other involved. He's not cheating on her. The significant other that he's spending all his free time on is his music. and I think that's his secret passion. So obviously there's a little parallel to my life in that any free time I have, all I do is music, and I love it.
Sarantos with us today here on the big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border. Great track. It's called Nothing to Hide. We're going to play that. Then we're going to come back and chat a little bit more here with Sarantos. I want to get his thoughts on the music industry, since he's very active in the music industry. Nothing to Hide right now here on Music Monday here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Show.
Jiggy Jaguar radio program continues.
Welcome back to the big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border on the Starcom Radio Network. Thanks for tuning into the Jiggy Jaguar radio program. Our podcast is available at jiggyjaguar.info. Go check that out today, jiggyjaguar.info. From the KJAG Radio Studios in Hutchinson, Kansas, where live as live can get, with Sarantos today here on the program. And Sarantos, let's talk a little bit about artists, since you are a musical artist. As an artist, is there anything special you hope to be able to accomplish with your music?
Probably the most special thing I hope to accomplish is the charities that I'm working with and trying to raise as much money as I can for their causes.
We've got, tell us a little bit about some of these charities you work with.
What I've tried to do is I've tried to find the double meaning to each song, and at the end of the music video I kind of explain why. But for example, with the first song, Not Where I Wanna Be, I picked the charity for that one was the American Cancer Society, because I felt that cancer is not where anybody wants to be. So that was kind of the double meaning when you listen to the song, read the lyrics. And what I've tried to do is I've tried to pick a different charity with each song, because obviously I have no idea which songs will take off and which won't. And it also enables me to be able to give to a bunch of different causes, some that I recommend, some that the fans recommend, and I'm always open to ideas and different causes to support.
Sarantos with us today here on the big broadcast. Thinking back to the very beginning of when you started doing music, how do you feel your music and your performances and everything today? Is it much different for you now than it was when you first started?
It's a little bit different, and I guess when I first started, I really started trying to put everything together about a year before the first song even came out, and compared to that process, it's night and day. But compared to a year ago when I finally started releasing the music, it's pretty similar but a little more streamlined. I'm not as picky and obsessed about making every single song and video perfect, so they do take less time. And as I've continued down this path, I've met a lot of very talented and nice people, so I'm able to bounce ideas off people, whereas in the past it was more just me by myself doing everything. Now I can actually bounce something off someone that I trust and respect and say, hey, which of these two ideas do you like more? There's a way to explain every single thing I do, every single thing I put out there, and sometimes the fans don't always understand what the meaning is behind that social media post, behind that video, behind those lyrics. And I think at the end of the day, you want to be able to make sure your message is understood, and you don't want anyone to misinterpret things, even though it's human nature and they will to some level.
Sarantos with us today here on the broadcast. When things seem to go negatively for you at times, how do you turn things around and turn them into something positive?
I think when things, we're all humans, we all have good days and bad days, and what I try to do, on most days I'm an optimistic person, which doesn't mean I sit there and smile through everything. I get frustrated just like anybody else. In terms of my music, though, it really has become a great outlet for any frustrations I experience at work or just throughout the day. And musically, it's something I do on the side, obviously, and I haven't revealed to the world what my day job is, but at the end of the day, when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm exhausted and I'm really tired, I'm trying to finish some vocals, some melodies, or a video or something that I'm working on, what really makes my day and really encourages me and makes me keep going is when I get a cool post from a fan or an email or a comment, and it really makes my day because I really feel like I'm making a difference.
We've got Sarantos with us today here on the broadcast. We're going to play Believe here in a few moments. What do you attribute to your drive as an artist?
I've always been a very driven person, even as a little kid, and it's just something I want to do. And I don't really have to motivate myself much for anything I do musically because I just feel like it's inside of me and it needs to come out, and I love doing it. So I don't ever have to push myself to write a song or sing. It just is something I take pleasure in doing, and usually I do it with a smile on my face.
Sarantos with us today here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show here on Music Monday. As an artist, how would you define success?
Musically, it's very simple. If I feel like I can reach out to someone in any way, whether it's through a song, a video, charitable contribution, just anything, if someone feels like their day was made better by anything I was responsible for, whether it's a song or video, that makes my day right there, and I consider it a successful day.
Sarantos with us today here on Music Monday. If you had to think of a slogan that could leave a positive impact for everyone, what would your slogan be?
What would my slogan be? That's a great question. Be yourself. I think we spend too much of our lives trying to be someone that we're not, or trying to, whether it's answer a question the way we think someone wants it answered, or whether it's go out on a date and try to be something that we think the other person wants. I think that's almost a crime. I think we should be ourselves. We should be happy with who we are, because at the end of the day, we want to be around people who accept us for who we are. We don't want to always have to put on a show in any venture, in any job, in any profession.
Sarantos with us today here on Music Monday. Tell us about Believe. We're going to play that here in a few moments.
Believe is another soft rock song, and it's kind of a powerful song. Personally, I think every couple, whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, sometimes you get to that breaking point where you're just kind of sick of it, and you're like, that's it, we're done. And it's a song that kind of reflects back on why you fell in love with that person in the first place. And even at that darkest hour when you feel like, I am so sick of this, I'm done, I'm out of here, something brings you back, whether it's that smile on their face when they first met, the look in their eyes. And as you look back at that person in that present situation, you remember all that in an instant. And you fall in love with them all over again, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to be patient with them. And I believe in us, and I believe that this is worth it.
It's Sarantos, it's Believe. We're going to play it right now. When we come back, we've got more here on Music Monday here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Show. Sarantos with us today here on Music Monday. We're going to get back into it with Sarantos here in just a few moments. We're going to be talking with him about different things in the music industry. We're taking a time out. When we come back, we've got more. Stay tuned to the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Show. Sarantos with us today here on Music Monday. That was Are You Sure You Can Last? And he's with us today on the telephone. And Sarantos, as we wrap up here with you, my friend, you've got 18... Well, you've got actually 1.9 million Twitter followers. You have a fantastic amount of Facebook fans. What's next for you in this new year, my friend? Tell us all about it.
I'm going to continue doing what I do. I'm going to release a new song and video and lyric video and music video every single month.
Okay.
And I've got some cool stuff planned with hopefully some gigs I'll be able to start touring and doing some of that stuff. So I'm going to work on getting a band together again. And those are probably the biggest things. But I think the thing that's going to really impress the fans the most this year, I really believe, is the music. Because the music, after this first and second song, really goes up to another level. And I really think it's going to make a huge impact.
Sarantos with us today. I appreciate you being on with us here on Music Monday. And thanks for being with us, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, Sarantos. Thanks for being on, my friend. Before we let you go, plug the website. How do we get a hold of you, my friend?
Absolutely. So the website is www.melogia.com. and they can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. If they just search Sarantos, Sarantos, they should be able to hook up with me, and I appreciate the feedback. I encourage everyone to sign up for my email list because they'll get all the inside information before it happens. And I sincerely thank you for having me on your show. I truly appreciate and respect your show.
Definitely, definitely. I'm looking forward to hearing more from you, and I'm glad we were able to get you here on our return in 2015 here on Music Monday. And thanks for being with us, Sarantos. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay.
Have a good one. Sarantos with us today here on the program.